test match, ain't it?
Soz, you're not going to break the camera, you can look at it, you know. Fuck off! Go on then, Bob. I don't want to go. Just put them on there, please. Scales.
32.
Oh, 32.
That's one peg I didn't want.
It's okay, I've got it.
I know.
Don't we draw in order?
No.
No.
Round.
What you got?
Peg 3, Soz.
5.
Charles 5.
Simon, 39.
39.
Larry, 52.
Larry.
30. 18. 23. Why? Reed beds are down there.
They've gone, Cot, they've gone.
Number 8 you want, Jack.
You've got number 8.
I haven't got number 8.
That leaves you with 34. Hey, not points. You're 34.
Point.
Peg 34.
What have you got?
Peg 34. Good morning, fish people. I'm Alan Norris from Fish on TV. It is Tuesday, the 21st of September, and you are joining me and the old boys at Swanlands Fishery. We are fishing the Chestnut Lake. We've just done the draw, and as you have seen, I have drawn peg 34. It's on the back. I've had it before. Kev the Paceman's had it, Bob's had it, and we've never done anything off it. So don't fancy it from there at all. You never know with fishing though, you just never know if they move around. There was 8 and 34 left in the bag. Peg 8, I would have fancied winning the match. Jack's drawn that. It's definitely a peg. Last time I drew it I won the match, and pretty much I would say that's won more matches in our club off there than quite a few pegs. 45, there's a good peg. Number 1's a good peg. I can't remember what number it is. I think it might be 37 where Mr. Incredible is. I think that's in that area. That's a good peg. But I struggled to catch, and so did Bob and Kev the Paceman on peg 34. We should have a few fish, but I don't think it's a big weight match win potential. So we'll get down there. I'll do my very best. Little plan of attack. Not quite sure yet. I can't remember exactly how it is, if it is exactly the same peg, but I'm looking at maggot and pellet and feeder and margins for later. It'll be down that sort of line anyway. The maggot man's here. He loves it here. He'll be using his maggots. He loves a big bag of skimmers here. So we'll get down to the peg, check that it is the one I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm sure I've got like a little island he chucked to left, but it never produced anything off that last time. But again, it's a different time of year. Things could be different, so let's get down to the peg and we'll see how we get on today. Right, I'm here at peg 34. Already shouted time. I'm ready now. I'm about 10 minutes late. I'll show you my peg. It is the same peg, and I have seen 1 or 2 fish knocking about, but since nets have gone in, well I ain't even got mine in yet. I've just chucked them in. I'll let you have a quick look. So we've got Mr. Incredible there, we've got Simon Hudson there, John Whitehead, we've got Bob and Jack there, and we've got Graham Scott here and Barry further down. There you go, in a very quick wave. Right, plan of attack. Margin. I was going to look down here, but it's a bit deeper than what I wanted. And plus there's all this scum that's turned up, like oils and stuff. It's really thick. So I've actually gone into the next peg, halfway into the platform, and that's for later on. I've gone top 2 and 2 down here, which I'm going to feed maggot, and I've gone out 13 and a half metres, which I'm going to fish pellet. I've got a method feeder set up and a waggler rod set up, and I've got some ground bait actually just to riddle, so I'll give it a few minutes before I'm in. That's the plan, and we'll just see how it goes from there. Bait tray, maggots, 6mm fishery pellets. I've just put some, I've coloured these out. I've done 2 different lots. These are what I'm going to feed into margin. I've put some dye on them again I put some a different dye in on a few of these, and then normal fishery pellets. So they're going to be feeding into margin. I don't want those in there, a bit lumpy. That's what I'm going to be feeding into margin. That's what I'll go around my method feeder. Spare hooks, and I've got some 8mm which I'm going to put on the hook for down there, and I'm just going to fish micros and 8mm down there, and that's it. Let's just see if we get 1 or 2 fish. I've not seen any fish caught yet, so there we go. Hey up, that wasn't any good. I've got more pole left, and an hour in, and I've been chucking maggots on my short line. I've put 2 lots of pellets and micros on my long line, but all I've done, I've just been mugging about with this scum being everywhere. The idea is that they won't be as shy, because I've always found it difficult mugging here. And that was one there, and even when I've not been able to see them, I've just been flicking it about. One I saw and I caught, the other one I'd seen a swirl, couldn't see the fish, dropped it out there. It's not happening every putting. I've had 2 fish for about 10 or 11 pound, and there's not a lot being caught. And as you've just seen there, there's some big fish showing the faces, but they're not really that interested. And as you saw that one, that was just absolutely flying through that one. And like I said, I've only had 2 bites and 2 fish. Steve's not had out yet, Mr. Incredible. Simon's had 1. Graham's catching skimmers and stuff. And what I've noticed is sometimes I'll drop it. I'll just give you an example. I'll drop it quite high and make a noise. And there's days where they respond to that. When you can see them turn when they hear that noise. And then on other occasions, like here, I'm trying to just drop it in gentle, because they do spook quite easy. Obviously, people's been catching them shallow all summer, so it's not being easy. And there's another one, just you can't see it clearly, you just see a back come out, so I'll just drop that in nicely there. Interested in that. But it is a bit of a patience game, this mugging. Sometimes they can be just having it straight away, other times they just turn away. But it's just one of them things where basically you're dobbing about with either a bunch of maggots or a pellet, an 8mm pellet, a 4mm red pellet. There's all different ways of doing it. At the minute, the softer I can put it in, when I put it in soft, I've had a bite. And when I've dropped it with make it sound plenty of noise, I've not really had anything. But I've said I've only had 2 bites, so I'm just going to persevere. Oh, I've got a fish near me when I lifted then. I'll have a look there, because it seems to be still... I can't see the fish. You just see swirls. Gentle. See if anything takes it. And you can't miss these bites. If you've never tried it, you've got to give it a go. And Steve's wondering what everybody's doing wrong, because nobody's really catching much. Fish swum past that then, so it's seen the pellet, it swum past it. I knew it swum past it because the float wobbled about. So they're not really having a good go at it. Folks, about 10 minutes after I turned the camera off, I spotted 1 or 2, I'm not really interested, but if this is the fish I saw, it's a good fish. You can never really tell with all this scum on it, you can't really see the fish properly, but I just managed to spot this. It was just on the edge of the scum. gently plopped the float there, the mugging rig. And away it went. I think it was a common, I'm not sure what I saw. I don't really quite make it out with all the scum. We're wanting to go a little bit in it. We don't want him in there. Jack's just had one. Graham's still catching a few skimmers. I think Simon's had a car and some skimmers. No, he's still wanting to go this. Right, let's see if we can get him in. He's coming into the edge. Oh, it's not, it's a completely different fish. It's a lot smaller than the one I saw. They do tend to follow each other about quite a bit. It's about more than half the size of the fish that I actually targeted, but we'll take him anyway. Gotcha. He's only about £2.5, £3 maybe at most. £3 we'll give him. So there we go, folks. Still is one or two knocking about, but I'm dying to try on the deck a little bit. Just not getting inside. Having said that, not a lot of people's catching, so I've just spotted another one. I'm going to go out and see if I can get it. I've just gone out on my 13.5 metre line on pellet, and I wasn't far off, ready for bringing it in and putting some more pellets down. Got a little indication. Thought it was a skimmer at first. It's fighting a bit too hard for a skimmer. Now Steve says that he can see quite a few fish. I can't see any, even with my glasses on. He says there's quite a few fish out there, but they're all on surface with the look of it. Obviously, if you can see them. But it seems like there's a few fish cruising up and down there. Well, let's hope we can get them feeding, get them settled. Quite ready. I couldn't see him without scum. Look at it all. I don't know whether you can see. Oh, Bob's lost his bowl. Oh, it's certainly a big skimmer this, isn't it? Right, he's gliding in. Let's see if we can catch him. No. That'll be quicker than that, Al. Well, that's okay. I mean, looking at what's being caught, he's coming to life now. Looking at what's being caught around the lake, I don't think I'm doing bad, but I can't see the others around the lake. So there we go. Another one about £6, about £6. So not prolific, but we're up to £19. It could be 18, it could be 20. So that was just on a 6mm pellet. Oh, one of my shots come off. So I'll have to get that reset. As you can see, there's one or two fish in front of me. Yeah, let's get them feeding properly. Well, let me get this float set and we'll get back in. No more on the pellet line. Sorry, I had a skimmer. Do tell a lie. I just thought I'll have a cup of coffee. Give me plenty of time to get plenty of feed in. It could be foul up this way, that feels. On the maggot line, I've not gone on that yet. Went out on tip, it's been out like 2.5 minutes and it went round. It's not foul hooked. Just on maggot, and Jack on peg 8. Oh yeah, bugger. On peg 8 has he's just landed a right monster. Favoured peg 8. The last week baggy, if you remember. So I've just gone to the left hand side of the island, just short of it. It's a nice welcome carp. And it's the method feeder I've got on. So another one about £4.5. So I've just gone and had a look at my maggot line because it's gone dead everywhere. I can't get a bite on method or bomb or... And I've just started getting a few perch. Not really after these, but not bad size them. A couple of smaller ones, and there is fish cruising everywhere, but I've had another go mugging. Just not interested. They are not interested at all. Everybody's complaining about there's fish everywhere. Jack on peg 8's doing alright. He keeps hooking into some nice fish. Steve's had a carp on bomb, but not much else. And I've still got about £20 or so. It's not easy. I'll just lower that in. See, we're getting plenty of bites, or tiny little indications. Little tap there. A lot of small fish knocking about. Oh, I thought that was on then. Must have bumped off. Ah, wind. You get used to the way to throwing it and then it blows. It just don't go anywhere. That's why I've got my cad pot on, because if it gets too strong I'm just dropping it in with the cad pot. It's been weird. You get a couple of bites on the line and then that's it. I mean, I've had half a dozen bites on this and I've had 3 fish. It's nowhere. I can't see anybody really catching at all. I think Jack's probably had about most from what I can see, and myself. Don't know how they're doing on all other pegs. There you go. Oh, flying skimmer. Just while it's quiet and like I might as well just keep catching 1 or 2 fish and top up the weight I've got. Oh, wriggling about. What's the bream doing being lively? Gotcha. There we go. About £1 or so. I've had about, still on this. Look at that. They're not bad, are they? They've got to be £1 and a bit. I've had about 4 or 5 of those and some smaller ones, the small carps and perch. And there's not a lot of carp being caught, and I'm going to start baiting my margins up in a minute. I'll see if I can get a couple more of these. I'm feeding quite a lot. And they might even be shallow, but I've not seen any signs of them coming up. But, I'm feeding a cad pot for an accurate lot. If I miss a bite or 2, I'll start throwing them round. Oh, yeah, I'll throw them round the float by hand, but this wind, it's just making it a bit more difficult. And they're only tiny little, like this. Getting plenty of indications. And Steve's into a fish as well. He started getting one or two. Got my marker. I am dropping them from a little bit there. Let the line and the bait. Oh, nobody likes to see that, Steve. Indication straight away there. Not even settled. Just to give you an idea of hopefully how quick I'm getting bites. Another bite there, you see. Oh, oh, nobody likes to see that. Not sure what that was. I think it might have been a small carp, maybe. That's how quick I'm getting bites. Just see if we can get another one. That was a better fish. If it was a bream, it was a good bream. They've been jumping out of water. Flying bream. Like he's slow there, Alan. Very slow. Come on, show these fishy people what a mighty fisherman I am. Mighty. It's been difficult today, but having said that, it's not just here. It were hard at Partridge Lakes, it were hard at Wasborough Reservoir, and a few of these lads that have fished other matches, they said it's been hard everywhere. So what it is that causes it to go difficult, just don't know. Relay that. Found if I just relay it, it can give me an instant bite like that. Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. Better. There we go. This could be a perch or a carp, maybe. Oh, that's going. Could be a carp. I think it is. Very nice. And I said, I've got silver gear on. Let's see if we can get it in. Try and kid it. Let it think we're still just gently playing it. As you can see, you know, it's been worth priming that maggot line. It's something I probably don't do enough of. There's the fish there, you see. It's not a bad size actually. It's not massive, but see if we can get him to come up now. It's only light gear, it's only for skimmers. Yeah, I couldn't see him properly. All this scum. Tried to get him while they were about a foot down. Come on, Mr. Fishy. Need his head. give me some jip because I missed it. He's Mr. Incredible. He's been incredibly funny. It's just not heavy enough to get a bit of elastic in. The trouble once it comes to the top and then you try and lift its head out of this light gear, nothing happens. This elastic just stretches more. This time, come on. We got him that time. There we go. There we go. Nice little carp. Right, folks, been absolutely at least an hour more since I had a fish from skimmer line went dead after I had that carp. And there's fish everywhere, and I've tried mugging for another half hour, not interested, so I went back on 13.5 metre line with some pellets. And I've looked into this one. I think Jack on peg 8's doing alright. Steve started getting one or two, he's just lost another one. And Scotty's doing okay. He's just lost a foul look and his has gone quiet. I just started pinging a few pellets around my float as well now. And it seemed to prompt a bite, but I've been at a premium of bites today. I have to say that at least. I felt like I've had to work really hard for every fish today. It's not been easy. Oh, you start lifting them, they don't want to come up, do they? Oh, I thought you were going to come up then, but he didn't. He's still not quite ready. No, he's not ready yet. Right from the edge. Can't get him there. Come on, Mr. Fish, be nice. Got him. We got him that time, folks. We got him. Oh, he's a good £5 or £6. Here we go, folks. Hey, another £6. That has really been, oh, it's been slow. I have to say that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's taken me to £34. And from what I can see for people catching, that's doing all right. There's not a lot being caught, to be honest. And it's frustrating because there's fish just showing their faces everywhere, but they're not interested. I know I've had a couple mugging, but not really that interested at all. So we'll get back in, just get all rubbish off my line. Lots of fluff and muck and all sorts. Right, come on, margin time soon. Right, folks, been in the margin, I've one drop in with nothing. And when I plumbed it up, it felt like there were a brick or something there. I got caught on that to start with, freed it off, been in again. I was in for about a minute. So I'm feeding micros with an 8mm pellet on. And I looked into this. And it's close between me and Graham and Jack, I think. Jack's just got another one. Putting a scrap up, is this? It's not wanting to come in. I've got 30 odd pound. Graham says he's got about 28. saw him with a big one. I don't know whether he's had it. I don't know whether he landed it or not, to be honest, or lost it. This is putting a right scrap up, is this? Wanting to go into them reeds. Let's guide it round. Come on, fish. Be kind. Be good to Uncle Nosher. Good fish as well. Came in lovely. About £4 or £5. So we're happy with that. There we go, folks. Nice margin fish. I'd say £5. It's got to be £5. So that takes me up to 39. Got to give that another go. Oh, just missed one there. Just caught a dead reed. Now Jack on peg 8, the favoured peg 8. That's usually a good peg, is that? He's just hooked into another one. So Jack is doing well. I'll take some baiting off there, is Jack. So there's Scotty in contention, there's Jack in contention. I know he's had some big fish as Jack, but I don't know how many he's had. It's hard to keep your eye on how many, but he's just had a small one, and this is a good one that he's got. I've not seen too many fish to my right. But you don't know, peg 45 is another good peg. I've got Sean on that, onion-eared. So I might have to refeed that. I think the fish pulled my float under, going down for the micros. I couldn't knock strikes, it went under, but I just think it pulled it down with all the line. So it might be another refeed down there. And the banking just goes up, so that's why I'm like, you're probably not sure whether you can see me face or not, but I'm having to sort of stretch me back just to be able to see me float. There's nothing to cut back, it's just the banking, it just raises up a little bit. Just makes it a little bit awkward for seeing, but I can see it okay. Oh, missed it. I'll have another refeed. It's another biting margin, but it's just, I've just spent too long in it. I think there just weren't any numbers of fish there, so I've gone back out on the maggot line, and I've had a roach and this, and another little roach. So let's just put a few pounds in the net before there's 5 minutes to go. So let's just see, and just get a couple more pounds in. I've not seen any signs of fish down there really. There was to start with. I've refed it, but it's not looking good. I've give it a good 20 minutes or so. Tried it a couple of times. I've had that one fish and a couple of bites, but they've not really turned up there. So we'll probably see you at the weighing. take 2 of this because somebody started swearing and shouting on purpose, obviously. Right, we're all weighing in, folks. That's been a tough day, that. Really frustrating. There is a lot of fish in this lake. Loads cruising about, not just in front of me, but everywhere. People's been saying they've tried mugging, they've tried fishing shallot. It's just not worked. There's 1 or 2 people caught mugging, me being one of them. Fran has just told me I mugged a couple. But it has been tough. It's been tough. I mean, when I say tough, you know, the sort of 13 pounds average weight looks like 30 to 45. So, you know, there's been plenty of fish caught. Some lovely skimmers, I reckon, in winter, targeting skimmers here. You can win matches off roach and skimmers, some cracking skimmers in here. So bear that in mind if ever you come here, fish for skimmers. For some reason today, worm were a no-no. I've mentioned it before. They've put worm in the peg, it's killed it. Dead. They seem to want maggots and soft pellet today, did the skimmers. So just something for you to remember, and proof, I've mentioned it, worm can kill it. Not always, it can absolutely improve it too, but just be careful, that's all I'm saying. These commercial skimmers seem to be tuned into maggots and soft pellets and corn. That's the sort of way to go with them anyway. Right, my fishing today, I set quite a bit up today. I set a method up, a waggler up, a method you can change to a bomb. I've set a 13.5 metre line up for pellet on deck. I've set a top 2 and, well, 1.5 really. Hand throwing distance, comfortable. It started blowing a bit, which it ended up where I had to stand up to throw them to get it there. It started blowing in my face quite heavy. A lot of scum around me. The perfect margin for me to see would have been against a little stump, which would have been like top 2 and 1, or maybe top 2 and 1.5. 5 metres to my left, 5 or 6 metres to my left. But it was a little bit deeper than I wanted it. It was about 2.5 foot deep. It was flat. But when that wind started blowing, it was really thick. It wasn't just the oily stuff. There was all the rubbish on the lake came across. And I was having problems taking crap off my line anyway. And it just put me off. So I went into the next peg. Halfway into the next peg, could just see it. It was a bit clearer there. And I had about 18 inch, which I thought were perfect. In hindsight, I'm wishing I'd be gone on the shorter line and put up with the mess that you get around your float and your line. It could have been better. I was told that somebody actually emptied it from there. Well, saying emptied it, 70-80 pound they had off there. So might have been a better option for me. I've mugged a few. You've missed a couple that I've mugged, but I've mugged a few at the beginning. But they weren't having it prolifically. You'd see a fish, you go to mug it, and it'd be a different fish that would take it. So the ones you could see just seemed, and I was delicate with it, dropping it in delicate. It just didn't happen, change from smaller pellets to big pellet. I've caught on big pellet and small pellet. I've had a bunch of maggots and never had another one mugging. I think I had 4 mugging. I've had a couple out on the 13.5 metre line. I've had some flying skimmers, and I've had quite a few skimmers and a carp on my short line. I think I had a carp on method and a skimmer on method. So I've been swapping and changing. It seemed to be catch a few and it'd go dead. I went an hour and a half without a bite on all lines. I could not get a bite, but it wasn't just me. Everybody else was saying, "Oh, that's gone dead." Oh, moaning as fishermen do. But I approached that peg different to how I fished it last time. I thought last time it'd be just sort of top 2 and 2 and a method to island or bomb and waggler, and that just didn't work last time. I think I had about 20 pound last time, really struggled, but I thought I'll target some skimmers. I'll fish on deck at 13.5 metres on pellet, and it's worked a little bit. So I've done half alright. I've done a lot better on that peg than I've done it past, but it's not been easy. So let's get on to the results. The results are your first section on peg 8. It's a favoured peg, it's a good peg. It can produce some cracking weights, that one. Apparently it's not been on form as of late. And that's Jack Vors. You've come in with £44.54. So well done, Jack, on winning your section. What a mighty fisherman you are. Well done, son. Well deserved. Your second section winner were Little Barry on peg 30 with 42.56. I know for a fact he'll have caught on top 2 and 2 on maggot and bomb. That's how he fishes. He's had a few carp on there. And off peg 45 we've got unheaded Sean, Sozzer's mate. He's coming with 29.96. So Barry and Sean, what a pair of mighty fishermen you are. Well done, guys. In third place on peg 32 with 48.88. He'd 41 on his clicker. The mighty fisherman, cracking angler is Graham, very consistent, loves his skimmers, Graham Scott. So well done, Graham, what a mighty fisherman you are. In second place with 42 on his clicker, nobody can tell truth in our club, weighing in with 53 pounds 16 off peg 34, yours truly. So what a mighty fisherman I am. Well done me. And in first place, oh, he shouted that he hated the peg he'd just drawn, but I noticed he couldn't wait to get there. Peg 3. He's coming with 87 pounds 72. I've asked him what he's caught, and he just tells you he's caught on pole, or he'll just say on corn, and none of it will be true. He might have caught on pole. I know for a fact he had some casters, so he'll be fishing for skimmers as well. You cannot get the truth out of him, he will tell you nothing. Oh, he's asked me to bull him up. How the heck can you bull Soz up? Soz is coming with 87.72. He is this week's old boy's mightiest fisherman, and he'll be giggling watching the telly. I know he will. Well done, Soz. Better than running off when you've done bagger all in the last few matches, but well deserved. It has fished hard today. I think that's a good weight today, so well done, Soz, well deserved. And this week's champ. So there you go, folks, that's the insights to the end of summer at Swanlands Fishery. Cracking fishery, it's new owners now. Julian is the name of the new owner. Sorry, I don't know your wife's name. Very friendly people, help you as much as they can, pegged it out for me, so less work for me to do when I got here. So thank you, Julian, thanks very much for that. All the lads love this fishery. When it's on form, you're talking £200, £100, £200. They're very achievable, and everybody loves this fishery, so it's a credit to the owners. So thanks for watching, folks. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, it's absolutely free to subscribe, freebie. And if you click the notification bell, you will get all our videos as we upload them, and a thumbs up would be very, very nice. Right, folks, that's it from me. I'm going to have a pint with the boys. Thanks for watching, take care, and don't forget, fish on, guys.